The true story of Cleopatra, the last queen of Egypt. Let me take you back to a time of pyramids, pharaohs, and powerful empires. In the golden sands of ancient Egypt, a queen was born. Not just any queen, but a woman whose name still echoes through time. Cleopatra. But wait, before you imagine her draped in gold, charming Roman emperors and ruling from a throne, let's reveal the real story. Because trust me, it's wilder than the myths. Cleopatra VII, yes, she was the seventh Cleopatra, was born in 69 BCE into the Ptolemaic dynasty. Sounds Greek, right? That's because it was. Her family wasn't Egyptian. They were Greek rulers who took over after Alexander the Great's empire broke apart. But here's the twist. While other rulers didn't even bother learning Egyptian, Cleopatra, she spoke it fluently, along with 7 other languages. The girl had brains. When her father, Ptolemy XII, died, Cleopatra was just 18. She was supposed to co-rule with her little brother, Ptolemy XIII, who was only 10. But power sharing? Yeah, that didn't go so well. Soon she was kicked out of the palace, exiled by her own brother. So, what did Cleopatra do? Cry? Hide? No way. She planned her comeback. And guess who was visiting Egypt around that time? Julius Caesar, the most powerful man in Rome. But Cleopatra couldn't just walk in and say, "Hey Caesar, help me out." Oh no, that's too basic for our queen. She had herself smuggled inside a rug, yep, a literal carpet, and delivered to Caesar's room. When he unrolled it, there she was, Cleopatra, charismatic, bold, and unapologetically brilliant. Caesar was impressed, and boom, alliance formed. Together they defeated her brother in a civil war. Cleopatra returned to power as queen once again. But here's where it gets juicy. She and Caesar, they became lovers. He even took her to Rome. The people weren't too thrilled. A foreign queen with too much influence? Dangerous. Then, tragedy struck. Caesar was assassinated in 44 BCE. Rome plunged into chaos, and Cleopatra returned to Egypt. Enter Mark Antony, another powerful Roman general, Caesar's close friend. When Cleopatra met him, sparks flew. Their chemistry was like fire. He needed money and troops. She needed a strong ally. Together, they became the power couple of the ancient world. They had not 1, not 2, but 3 children together. Antony even left his Roman wife for Cleopatra. Big scandal in Rome. His rival, Octavian, later Augustus Caesar, used this against him. He told the Roman people, "Antony has been bewitched. He's giving Roman lands to a foreign queen." War broke out. In 31 BCE, Cleopatra and Antony faced Octavian at the Battle of Actium. Their fleet was massive, but Octavian's was better. They lost. They retreated to Egypt. And in 30 BCE, as Octavian's army approached, Antony, hearing false news that Cleopatra had died, fell on his sword. And when Cleopatra found him dying, she held him in her arms as he took his last breath. Heartbreaking? Yes. But Cleopatra wasn't done yet. She tried to negotiate with Octavian. Maybe charm him? But he had other plans. He wanted to parade her in chains back in Rome. Cleopatra, proud and undefeated, refused to be humiliated. So she chose death. The exact method, still debated. A poisonous snake, a toxic ointment. Whatever it was, she died with dignity. She was just 39 years old. With her death, the Ptolemaic dynasty ended. Egypt became a province of the Roman Empire. And Cleopatra, she became a legend, not just for her beauty, but for her intelligence, her strategic mind, her boldness, and the way she defied the expectations of her time. History tried to reduce her to a seductress, but truth is, she was a ruler, a polyglot, a fighter, and above all, the last true pharaoh of Egypt. And that was the true story of Cleopatra.